G2 right now. They're just looking for a little bit more engage, and there was that rel that we were talking about. Not only is it a huge comfort pick for Labrov, but it synergizes nicely with the composition. And G2 gone for a very traditional front-to-back style of composition.
Oh, the passion in this stadium. You can feel it with the crowd.
These lane assignments from top esports. They've got 369. Ooh, getting
Labrov,
engaged on.
Immediate ulti. Public execution not going to take 369 out to safety. The ignite ticking down, but he's got more than enough shielding just to walk away. Ulti for ulti, but they get the flash from 369. Traded for Labrov's as TES. See an opportunity bot side. G2 stepping too far forward. Q flash from on goes completely wide, but it doesn't matter. The concussive blows connecting in the end, and it's first blood for Jackie Love.
G2 try to find a pick very well. They've accrued a 1k gold lead. They have full control over the early objectives. They're trying to make a play on a Jackie Love, but he's not afraid of anything.
Entering strike goes wide, but the ulti from Bars does not. Immediate TP in. Labrov about to get one shot. Jackie Love happy to have a second kill. Hung gonna make sure he donates. No, they donated to Cream, who contributed nothing. To cover. They do not want to concede this tower. Labrov ghosting in. Riding in on a steel horse. Ulti available, no flash, but he might not need it. Hung gonna be sacrificed. TES sticking around a bit too long on the top side, and Caps happy to reap the rewards.
So all of the supports are the party favors that you were mentioning. Willing to donate, the sacrifice, as you say, Kanavi.
Kanavi kicking things off with the Cyclone. Cream waiting behind. Still has access to the perfect execution, No, on cooldown from the previous play. Portabout also used, but the public execution taking out Labrov. And it's not just the mid lane, but this control, the advantages they built in lanes, transitioning it now into the Herald. TES dominating game one. All in though, Caps! No time for redemption!
Cream, baby!
Rift Herald, Kanavi mounted up. Looking for a knock-up, unbreakable for a brief moment. Now moving into the backside, that's the Cyclone. Skewmon gets out the Crescent Guard to mitigate some of the damage, but he's still locked down by Jackie Love. Moving into the circle briefly as Hung does his best to body block. All in from G2. The public execution brings 369 right into G2's backline, and they start to fall. TES make it look effortless. Cream pulled back, the shockwave, Caps, a moment, he turns it back for G2 and takes two in return.
Caps, he's popping off, the Orianna has arrived. The shot fight.
Shockwave in just a few seconds. G2 know they have an angle to turn it. It's a brief window of opportunity. They managed to take away the Drake. Now they're keeping the fight going though. Excellent ulti again, catching out Skewmon. He's been locked down, he'll be sacrificed. TES get one on the exit kills, but G2's no idea. They want to burn this down. They see the TP now. They realize they may have overstepped, but the Otacon's been leashed. TES won the fight. Double redemption, but they're grouping for the Cyclone. Crescent Guard denies it for a brief moment, but all of G2 have to run because once again, and it's 369 and Cream back to back. The triple kill for the Akali. G2 are helpless in the face of this top esports dive.
He's rolling all nine
into a choke point. Top esports collapse like wolves and tear G2 Caps.
Caps wants to clear the wave, I guess. Buys a brief moment with the Zanya to contemplate his failures because he will not get any kills.
He clears out the wave.
Crazy threatening. 369 though, he's still out on the map.
Q flash coming in for the shattering strike. Skewmon gonna follow up. Public execution gets a little bit of space for 369 as he flashes out. The Drake Hound step, but the shockwave brings him right back. Hung on the way in to try to protect his top laner, blocking so much damage with the Unbreakable. And now it's Cream in the Shroud. 5 members. The death ball of G2 as Cream dashes right back out, and Kanavi goes in. TES diving, dodging, cutting through G2, and now it's Broken Blade to try to turn it back. He's gone all out, but it might be too late. Skewmon staying living for a brief moment. Redemption now coming in. The extra healing from Thunder Sky will not do a damn thing. Broken Blade down, an ace for TES. For both of these teams, there are questions about how they will respond to pressure. For now, Cream needs to worry about responding to the Zen, though, as he dodges through, managing to get away from the shockwave. Redemption going in. It will dash through with the perfect execution. Goes back in onto Caps. I don't think he needed to go back in.
Kanavi can...
That one wasn't it, but Cap's gonna flash out. The exhaust is there. Wants to convert the kill back onto Caps. Labrov there trying to body block as best he can. Slow coming in from the Celestial opposition. Crucially, the piercing
game,
arrow.
that is worth, because you actually cut down on the pages. They're gonna need a lot more.
Cream did get the Zanyas though, so we'll have access to another stasis effect as Kanavi's just stepping forward to poke. Ulti from Jackie Love locking down Broken Blade. It's a split fight. Kanavi still stepping forward, not hesitating to do so much work. Shockwave only connecting onto 369, but it just does not stop him.
Oh my God.
Passive procs left and right. Running down G2 Esports, a double kill for Jackie Love as these kills are donated to him so consistently. Flashes over the wall. He knows it's reeling. TES, the dominance from Swiss was not a one-time thing. G2 sent back to the drawing board as TES run a victory lap around Summoner's Rift.
And Shanghai is popping off. with that victory. Very dominant. Gonna play that has some safety.
You can see in the player cam, it feels like he's going through options. A face of confusion. Is this the right choice?
It's like, how do I live?
Lucian,
I don't like this.
Full disclosure, this man has not gotten his international Lucian license.
Roams mid a lot, and they are able to work off some rise, pushing mid.
It's a good question. If they go anywhere else, they will fall, and if they leave, they will fall
Jackie
even
needs level
further
2.
behind. Jackie Love desperately needs access to the spell shield, but it looks like Skewmon might just start to walk him down. Knockup is there, but again, Lebrov 3 for 3 on the bindings. Hong though clutch as he fires back.
Ooh, G2 barely get out alive with the other two members. Mid though.
Caps caught out, procs the phase rush, starts to run, will be able to make it away. Hong on the way in to try to finish off the run. Q, flash, slowed down. Skewmon getting a little bit more damage. Down goes Hong, he wanted to turn it back. Spotted Jackie Love on the run, now realizes there's really nowhere for him to go. The last bastion of safety. TP not quite there for Cream, TP not quite there for 369 as the Colon comes out onto Jackie Love, getting lower and lower, the heal already popped. Caps waiting off to the side, Skewmon tanking the tower, and the TPs are now coming in. That's the feat of warfare for G2, and the portal out! A flawless heist on the top side, the equalizer, too damn late.
And now we return back to live as Caps has found Hong.
Hong, straying way too far forward, thought he had an angle, thought G2 were resetting.
Just allowing 369 that solo farm. He's building a lead of his own, but the rest of the map is going all the way of G2.
Hong committed into going into Broken Blade. That's the fate sealed for the follow-up. A lot of time wasted here. They do get Broken Blade, but Lebrov
For
moving
that top
up
side. I will say that bot vision has kind of been littered across the map from Lebrov. He's got great deep wards everywhere on the map.
Kanavi on the flank though. Hansama caught out for a brief moment. Cream finds him isolated, and Hard reads the play. Hansama name changing to Dr. Seuss after that one. Cream demolishes
Broken Blade
him.
walking over. Galio ultimate ready.
Eyes on Hansama and the Coling. The most fed, individually powerful member of this G2 lineup. He has to perform in the fight. It's the flank for Broken Blade for now. 369. The ulti combo is real from TES if they can find the angle. Kanavi moving forward, Hung getting chunked out. Taunt off to the side. Kanavi uses ult. It's the drag down for TES. They no longer with the fight. They want to get out. Quick fate sealed from TES. But now the realm warp in. G2 moving forward. The suitcase connecting onto Cream, but they don't quite find the snare. TES retreating well, getting the initial objective. Their fate now tempered. Jackie Love locked up. Surely the Simmer falls here, but it's a quick flashback, and G2 walk away.
G2 is so hesitant to force that engage. Now Hong may have found a nice angle onto Caps.
Caps, no realm warp, and they know it. Kanavi here as well, the Profane Hydra, a lot of potential burst damage, move in, reset on the blade, Terra shape, grasp to try and finish it, the Ishtal's edge, knocking down Caps. Being zoned away for so many of the early levels to now comfortably catching waves and farming in the mid lane. Definitely not what G2 were planning for as Kanavi caught out for a moment. Ulti keeps him safe, connects onto 2! G2 thought they had the angle, but TES turn it right back. Hong going through the wall, looking for the setup. Initial binding going down, Redemption coming in to heal up G2 as they're ready to turn it back. Broken Blade there to cover both teams. Fist fighting for control. Ulti in from Cream goes completely wide. He's forced to snap back, but the root is still there. G2
know that Kiana with Rock Element though is so good at stealing objectives.
Waiting on that cooldown for the Terra shape so you can get the double Q off. 4K.
Don't let him in.
Does he want to risk the 50-50? The answer is yes, but Skewmon connects with the smite, secures the Otacon for G2.
That's huge. That's flash off of...
working towards what I imagine will be the Infinity Edge, and once he gets it, my goodness, will this Lucian be scary.
That he will as Hung cut out for a brief moment, but it looks like he's turned it back onto Lebrov. Thought the portal would keep him safe, but it did not. Going to passive remove, won't be able to pick up the canister, means Skewmon is vulnerable. Heart Zapper there, forced to use the maximum dosage, starting to heal out. The taunt still connects onto Cream, but an excellent equalizer to zone away Hansama. Healing reduction does mitigate some of it. This is about half HP. TES now retreating. They've burned so many ultimates. Keep your eye on the fate sealed. Cream on the flank, but he's not going to be able to get much done. His Caps is already looking to take things over, but the ulti still hits! Cream in the clutch, trading 1-for-1. Skewmon and Caps blinking health bars against 4 standing members of TES.
Incredible.
Still 1,000 in his favor. Still an extra BF sword, but keeping my eyes on 369. The Rumble continues to benefit as Jackie Love has been caught out. Skewmon finding him. Kanavi's ulti not doing a damn thing. Mundo going where he pleases. The ulti from the Bard not quite connecting. Ulti from the Rumble.
Early position into the brush of the red quadrant of the jungle rewards them.
He's catching Nu. Hong's able to find the knockup, working through. Extra damage onto Skewmon now going through. Cream is going to follow the snapback coming in, but Hansama's already gotten a kill in return. Skewmon is just healing too much. The armor, the crit reduction paying off. Cream flashing out. Thought they could do one better, but they absolutely could not.
Ring around the rosy.
Hex flash goes over. running. Okay, he's dead. And Hung, I gotta be honest, it's been a rough one. You said it earlier, but just continues to make these little mistakes as now 369 is in jeopardy. Shut down on his head, a bounty that G2 are eager to collect. 369 doing a lot of damage, but crucially the taunt turning away from Caps. Caps now 3 kills.
Honestly, this pace.
Second blue trinket
down.
Spots it out. Skimon, of course, happy to tank up a lot of this damage. A massive risk to be certain. Tempered Fate available. TES group. LeBron holding onto it as long as he can. Kanavi, the grass blade ready to go. Stun onto Jackie Love connecting. Caps immediately going to follow. Redemption coming through, but it's not enough. Once again, Jackie is picked off. Cream coming in with the Q3, but it's just too late. Kanavi trying to make his way out, but he isn't able to grab the grass blade, and down he goes. G2 might not get the Baron yet, but they sure as hell take the fight.
A scary
Needs to give this one up. Cannot afford to force a fight, especially with the Kiana at this angle. No big walls to play around. So hard for TES to get that 5v5.
Yeah, honestly, I think TS just have to play damage control. G2 are keeping up the pressure, though. These Bards rotating everybody over to bottom side, and they're going to get this tower as well.
Tower flashing from Hong, looking for the 3-man immediate fall, but he's only going to connect on the Broken Blade. Cream cannot find the ulti, but Skewmon sure as hell can't find the back line. G2 moving through, but Kanavi found the shutdown. In the meantime, the healing now going in. It's a jungler down, but Hansama is dead as well. Jackie Love in 369. Needing now to hold the line. 369 moving through. Jackie Love in the mid lane. TES a bit over-eager on the force there. G2 happy to punish as Cream manages to find the knockup.
Position, maybe Caps landing a root. Good damage comes down onto Skewmon.
Another wave here. Cream finally going to reset, ready to engage in the fight. 2-man ulti coming in from Kanavi, and LeBron is on the way out, calling over the wall, taking down Hong as 369 also trying to fire back. The Flame Spitter doing a decent amount of work, but here comes the Realm Warp. Kanavi ulti already gone. He's got no course. Make it out of this one. The grass blade keeps him standing, though, crucially. Flashing from Cream. This time, Ansama's got the movement. Manages to make it out of the way with the relentless pursuit, and now Caps chasing down the remaining members of TES. G2 firing back in this game, too, and they may just look to end it here.
G2 bounce back in a masterful way. They stick to their comfort.
Kanavi, decent start to the fight, but it's just not enough. You said it, Betty. A masterful bounce back. We had questions. G2 had answers. The series tied at 1-1.
Beautiful game plan. Attack the bottom lane. G2 just destroyed Jackie and Hung.
They need to secure a few more kills before they round things out. Smiles, handshakes on the face of Broken Blade. He was kind of left out to dry this game.
Champions in their first game here in Swiss versus G2. Instead of the way they had Orianna, instead of the Ezreal, they had the Yunara. But
really? Caps' Silas into this much range does, you know, I question the Lucian. Great one step closer to the semifinals at Worlds, while the other will fall further behind. Avoid as much damage as possible. Now, Skewmon making his way top lane.
Blake can just leverage the stun here. Infernal Chains do pull him back, but it might not matter. Skewmon, decent damage now coming in. The shield, extra slow there. Broken Blade still waiting for that cooldown, though. Might not be able to finish it. Does not want to go under tower. One more auto, and Skewmon manages to seal the deal. To put all that pressure down. Hansama and G2 have been able to bring themselves back in this game. It's a 200 gold advantage, but perhaps a bit too keen to take away some of these camps. LeBron is there with the Lantern. Can it get him out this time? The answer is no. Skewmon gonna fall, but gonna move with the fancy footwork just in time for Jackie Love to snipe out the kill.
The triple.
Likely the third Drake to TES immediately following.
This could be the fight. Broken Blade's going back to buy. Caps
on the side, but spotted out by TES. Knockup is good from 369. Lantern gonna pull him back. Decent ulti coming in from Jackie Love. Redemption getting those health bars right back up. TES pull away from the Drake, but Kanavi wants to fish for more. Pillar down in the mid lane, won't have much effect. Hook connecting onto Hung, but LeBron stuns himself to throw it down, and it's a severing bolt from the skies to knock him down. Caps will fall as well as Jackie Love fearlessly
controlling that space, but they haven't been able to do that this game as Top Esports goes to Soul Point.
Can they find a surprise pick?
Root Collar over the wall. Broken Blade immediately going to stun him. So much damage. Barely gets a chance to push the sub to gain it. Likely still going to fall. The shutdown is there. 369 running, but the second Root Collar crucially does not connect. So
for everybody except for Hansama, because the rest of G2 are going to be clumping.
The Brav. Going a little bit wide, but now he's just completely isolated himself. Flat forward with the play. Broken Blade ready to come over the wall immediately into the back line, but Jackie Love is still standing for now, untouched. Broken Blade trying to move forward, but 369 perfectly interrupts. Jackie Love shift back over the wall, now able to free fire, but Hansama's firing back just as well. Trap down, Redemption coming in. The Caitlyn needs to make the difference, but it's 369 into the back line with the triple.
Caps is gonna run for his life, but 369 still on the hunt, even though Caps is the miracle here.
Skewmon needs to get the steal. 5K getting lower. Caps waiting over the wall, taking a bit of poke already. Root down from Skewmon. Alti's coming in. Labrov getting lower and lower. 369 looking to isolate him completely. The jungler deleted. Kanavi remains on the Baron. Caps hoping for a desperation steal, but it absolutely will not work. The Ocean Soul, the Baron empowering TES as they take the objective. Hansama, Q connecting, Infernal Chains, and it's beautiful from 369.
And Top Esports is looking to go match point in this best of 5.
Lantern there, but TES running G2 down. Caps finally going in, but that's not a 1v1 you want. Jackie Love in melee range, fist fighting the Silas without fear. Hansama, the True Shot Barrage will not connect, but TES just keeping the siege going. One tower to fall, Broken Blade marked up by the Spiraling Despair. Trying to hold on to the mental in the final moments as the last member of G2 falls. Hansama there just in time to watch TES move on to match point, and they're making it personal as they take him down.
Kanavi flashing the JDG sign right there. Him and 369 want to back in. And trying to keep track of the Nico can get very difficult as well.
You can hear the crowd getting excited of the prospect of 369's Nart, something he's played a lot so far this year, and he's going to be bringing it out. I will say, though, to look at this comp from Top Esports is that Mega Gnar. We haven't really seen it much this year.
Potential gold income from the stacks could be massive, but Hansama is zoned away completely right now, and they recognize a window of opportunity. Kanavi immediately going to go forward. Hung not able to find the knockup. A clever use of the heroic charge from Skewmon. Hansama off to the side. Eyes on the Draven. The knockup is there, and Hung might just go down. That's the ulti and the first blood to G2.
Kanavi wanted to steal away a Grub, but he gets Ornn ulted.
Ornn called. Kanavi still running, zoned away from the objective. Labrov pretending to be a melee minion.
Ooh, 369 thinks he's safe.
Level 9 though. Ulti available, as is the flash. G2, they've got Skewmon in the way, but they need to be careful not to go too soon. Root does connect onto 369. They spot Skewmon now coming in. Hansama forced to flash away. 369 manages to connect with the wall. Flash forward, 2 into the wall, and here comes Kanavi! 369 playing with patience, punishing G2. Down now onto Caps. Kanavi moving down. Caps will see this coming. But Kanavi taking his time to move in. A nice backstep. Scatter the Weak is going to be big here. Eyes on Caps. 369 starts to stack the Rage. Ulti's still not quite available. They managed to lock him up. Going to try to burst him down because it's Broken Blade out of nowhere on the flank to secure the kill.
Top laners really...
369 starting to back up. Extra movement speed from the Hyper proc. Ulti out. Not a lot of Rage stack trying to bounce, but he's not going to find the angle. Instantaneous knockup. The Fury stacking. 369 living for an extra moment, but not nearly long enough. Cream comes down, but it's just too late.
Ooh,
the TP early used by 369. Both teams looking for a brawl.
No control over the opposite side, Tribush from G2, but it seems like they are unconcerned. Happy to just force the front to back. Hung on the flake. No quickness available, but he does have access to the exhaust. 3K on the objective. G2 are trying to burn it down, but Kanavi's not having it. The Forge God called. Broken Blade exhausted. Knocked out G2. Hand delivering the objective to the side of TES. 369 wants a bit more. The Hyper procs coming in. Scatter the Weak. Pushing back TES, but G2 losing so damn much.
Yeah, G2's
too fast. They funneled themselves into this narrow choke. We go back to live.
369 likely to fall here. Caps laying down a good bit of damage. They're going to give the cash out to Hansama, crucially. Big chunk of gold, 1,000 immediately into his pocket. Across 5 members at this point in the game is big.
Poke from Cream. Nothing to underestimate. You can see the health bars.
Kanavi already used the W. They see that as an opportunity to go in. Instant focus coming in for G2, but Kanavi still stands. TES have weathered the storm, and it's Kanavi now on a killing spree. Here comes home. G2 thought they had the angle, but Kanavi lives.
Top Esports hold the line. The engage from G2 does not set up the fight that they were looking for, and the response was brutal. Top Esports find 4. 369 is looking to take out Caps.
About to go Mega. One more Hyper proc, giving him the extra movement speed. One more auto, the boomerang.
Syndra is separated from the team. This connects onto 2. The route onto Kanavi. The ulti is good from the Poppy, but then they can't quite close the gap. We turn back to live.
Another fight breaking out. This time Labrov in trouble. 369 there. Kanavi on a rampage.
5K goal lead for Top Esports. A Baron buff as well. Another pick onto Labrov. Things are falling apart for G2.
Ulti coming in from Kanavi. Goes intangible and Caps just gets cut down. Everything connecting the reset on the ulti there. Hansama not powerful enough. Skewmon tries to get the space, and it's the cash out. TES overeager, the shutdown for Hansama, but the pressure still mounting as the tier 2 falls. The Baron still there, empowering the remaining members of TES. Just a 1-for-1 in the end. The gravity field coming in too. The ulti to follow. Hung with an ulti of his own, looking to lock down Hansama, who for now is untouched. The lifesteal is there, and he's living for an extra moment, but here comes Jackie Love. Wants to make the difference. It's just broken blade, and the Brav left. He is here to clean it up. No man left standing.
Cream even lives in TES. They are going to
To a
go
semifinal. They don't want to wait any longer. They don't want to give G2 or Caps a moment to breathe. TES take down Caps, take down G2, strike revenge for MSI, and move on to the semifinals.
A single fight was all it took.